CVS Caremark understands the challenges you face today in the complex arena of specialty drug management under the medical benefit. We are the only specialty benefits manager with the knowledge, expertise, and solutions to help you gain control over these costs. We have the technology to help identify and capture savings for specialty drugs that are filled under the medical benefit. We'd like to spend the next few minutes talking with you about your specialty management needs. Let's get started. Today's medical prior authorization process is cumbersome and places a big administrative burden on health plan staff, which is costly to the plan. Typically, health plans don't have an automated process, so they are getting faxes or phone calls and have to manually enter data into their enterprise system. The objective of medical benefit prior authorization is to provide PAs electronically for specialty drugs billed under the medical benefit, including buy and bill drugs, helping to avoid costs by ensuring that drugs and utilization align to evidence-based medicine. The PA process includes initial, ongoing, and retrospective evaluation that considers the clinical evidence for, as well as the safety and appropriateness of, the prescription. In addition, cost avoidance measures such as preferred drugs, site of care alignment, pharmacogenomics, and medical drug policy are considered. The policies, reporting, and workflow are designed to reduce paperwork and administrative overhead. The purpose of today's demo is to show you the web-based portal that you or your providers will sign into and enter PA details. It's an easy process for managing the transactions and tracking anything requiring their attention. Of note to plans, the portal offers a high degree of opportunity for customization and flexibility. CVS Caremark uses a web-based tool that you or your providers can use to request their prior authorization. Users can access the site directly once they have received a username and password, but they can also access the tool with their existing payer website login via single sign-on. Although the demo will show you this from the provider's perspective, please note that this can be placed in a client call center for requests that may come in via fax and phone. Once logged in, users will have access to see all transactions that require their attention. To create a new authorization, users will access Authorizations and Create Authorization. You will then be brought to a very streamlined 4-step process. Select the patients from a file, feed, or manual add, completing the pan-configurable authorization detail and selecting the item. You will select the patient's drug or non-drug if needed by searching for the NDC, HCPCS, or drug name. There may also be other fields required on the screen based on payer configuration. Upon submission, and if required, additional clinical criteria may be presented at this time. In this case, our criteria was triggered by the drug we selected. Our tool provides the ability to streamline the payer's clinical criteria and present the end user with branch tree logic that will guide the user through the applicable questions. The clinical criteria can be as robust as needed and may include questions that are yes, no, text, numeric, date, drop-down, multi-select, or radio. Once the drug name is submitted, you'll be presented with the completed authorization, allowing you to view the status of your request. The outcomes that may be presented could include auto-approval, pending to the reviewer, guidance regarding preferred products, as well as auto-interventions. Auto-approvals are a great way to reserve the more expensive resources for the unique cases and allow the more routine cases to be handled by the system. Now that you have seen the provider's entry, let's review the request from the perspective of the reviewer. Once the request is released, the robust workflow can determine where the request will go next. This may be to the intake or clinical team within the health plan or to a third-party reviewer. Once you have logged in, you will be brought to a homepage with authorizations currently requiring your attention. The user has access to My Work items and Shared Work items to choose from. CVS Caremark also provides the ability to track turnaround times, so the payer is always aware of any timelines that may be in danger of getting missed. Once the authorization is selected, it is assigned to the user, and they can see all of the information added to the request by the provider, including notes, documents, and any clinical criteria questions that may have been answered. From here, users can add additional notes and documents, send it back to the provider for additional information, pen to an additional level of review, such as a medical director, or to provide the determination and send it back to the provider as either approved or denied. The workflow of the tool can be configured to meet just about any workflow need a payer may have in place. Upon completion of the authorization, payer-configured letters may be invoked via FTP or fax. All copies of the letters are stored within the authorization. This concludes the demonstration of the CVS Caremark prior authorization tool. Thank you for your time, and please let your account executive know if you would like to learn more about how CVS Caremark is using innovation to help you manage your specialty trend.